Greetings and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Master Grade Barbatos from 2019. The reason I want to take a look at this kit is because, well, there's some hype around the Gundam Vidar that just got released. So I thought it might be like a good time to take a look at Master Grade Barbatos instead. So I do have him on a stand. That's how I display him. Okay, well, there's some issues already. I have had stand is from the Moon Gundam, by the way. Yeah. But I have had the Master Grade Barbatos for a while now. So there might be some issues that arise throughout the video. But yeah. So first I'm going to remove the accessories. We'll take a look at those later. And we will get to the appearance. Obviously, I have done a lot to it, but this is still your typical standard straight build at most. So I did use a lot of stickers, and I mean like a lot of them. Maybe not so much of the little ones, but I have tried to use a lot of them. So obviously none of these stickers have accurate placement, but it's honestly a style that I really like. And every yellow part on here has been repainted in a gold Gundam marker. I haven't done a whole lot with the shoulder parts, but or like any of the undersides. I usually don't paint the undersides, but they are yellow underneath. So look up here at the head. You have, well, a lot of detail. Obviously, you would have a lot of detail because it's a master grade. But you have a really sharp V-fin. It's not gonna poke you or anything, but it's like just the looks of it is kind of sharp. As well as the torso, which honestly looks really amazing. The way that the detail is. It does it is very different from like your standard high grade, so I do like that they did that. There are like some changes here and there, and it's not like the 1/100 full mechanics Barbatos where it kind of looks like the high grade just upscaled. But you do have like these clear pink, I don't know what you would call these, just some kind of light going on in there. I did paint over them. I don't know if that was the best move, but I still like it either way. But yeah, a lot of onto the arm here, we have a lot of panel lines that have been done, some markups. Put some silver detail inside of that. As well as some stickers around back, the side of the arms. You do get some really nice detail in like the inner frame as well. The inner frame is one of like the best parts about this kit. And I would show that, but that would take a lot of time in the video. And this is already going to be a long video. I guess I'm just going to leave the fingers off, actually. the fingers do kind of wear over time and like to fall off. But I guess it depends on how much you play with it. But moving down to the waist, we have, or in the torso here, we obviously have the iconic pistons that actually move inside. You have a lot of like, you have a lot of panel line detail everywhere, actually. But again, some gold marker touch-ups, just some touch-ups everywhere, here and there. Some panel line markups, and yeah, there's obviously a lot going on. And moving down to the legs, well, a lot of stickers have been used. A lot of markers have been used. Some more panel lines, more stickers. Again, painted with a gold Gundam marker. But overall, yeah, that's pretty much, you just have detail on this. But that's it for the appearance. So moving on to the articulation, which is probably one of the longer segments. But you do have a double jointed neck, one joint inside the chest, one joint inside of the head. So he can look up that far, he can look down that far. I'm making you move, I get, full 360, let's go. That was kind of cringe, but you can do a full 360, which I didn't know you could do. Moving down to the torso, this piece likes to pop off, I guess, which does have a gold part underneath. Oh, there it goes. So that's what that would look like underneath this blue section. You do have a opening cockpit right here. Just pull that down. Or, well, I guess you would like push this up first. You don't have to, but you can like push that up for some reason. And I guess then you can open the cockpit. And you can see Mikazuki is inside of there. I don't normally paint my pilot figures, even though I probably should. It would like help them stand out more, but I have not ever done that. But there is articulation in there. And of course you have piston detail in the torso here. You also have piston detail leading to the shoulders right here. Similar to the Gundam Vidar, but obviously these shoulder joints are a bit different. On the backpack here, you have articulation here and here. These are on piston here. They do like to pop off sometimes, so you might want to like move them out carefully. But you do have a joint up here and a joint here. And with the piston attached, you also have articulation here as well. So that's 3 points of articulation. And it's usually to like, I don't know, put the sword over the shoulder so he can grab it. But yeah, there is quite a bit of articulation in this, in this one part. You also have some articulation here on the sides. It's to like close it up, make it look flush with the kit. If you're not having any accessories attached, but if you have your sword or your smoothbore gun, you could extend these like that, and you would have like an adapter to put those on. which I did remove, as you saw like at the beginning of the video. But yeah. Oh, this is one of the adapters, by the way. Well, I think I used it for the sword, and that kind of attaches on like this onto these like tabs. They do, I guess they do slide in, or these parts like to slide in. It's kind of difficult actually. Put this back on. I think I got it. There we go. All right. So moving on to the arms, we have, of course, that piston detail right there. A better view from the back here. Some piston detail. You have your shoulder armor. It can go up that far. Your arm joint, your shoulder joint can go that far. So about 90 degrees. And yes, that does... The armor likes to pop off, but that's fine. It is on like a C-clip as well. You have a 360 swivel, a joint here. I guess it's like, is it a single joint? It's double jointed. Okay, and more parts are falling off. So, as you can see, it does tend to fall off. Or parts do tend to fall off over time. So maybe try not to mess with it too much, or do some like fixing up, but over time, parts will fall off. But you do get that double joint right there, and of course that little piston detail. But yeah, you have a joint that folds over this armor actually. Like that. That's the first joint, and that's the second joint, the main joint. And you have an interesting hand attachment. You have a swivel right here, and you have articulation here as well as a movable thumb on a joint. And the fingers are not on joints, but you do have options for attaching which one you want, like that. These do come loose as well, or not at first, but over time they have loosened up. So they have like fallen off. Sorry for like coughing and stuff. This box was like in storage for a little bit. But down to the waist, you have, the waist. Of course, the torso piston detail. You do have you don't have 360 articulation, but it can go pretty far backwards. You can look up that far. Also, another hidden sticker that I put in there. It can look up that far and go down that far. The skirt armor is on a standard ball joint. It can go up all the way like that. Of course, yellow parts underneath. Gold Gundam marker up front. And you do have a joint up here for the side skirts, as well as 360 articulation for it. Rear armor is on swivels. There's no ball joint. It can go up like that far. It can go down that far. And your base adapter is there, as well as underneath. But I don't have a base for this. I don't have a base for this. But there's an adapter for it, I think. Yes. No, that's not the adapter. I don't think this kit has an adapter for that, unless it's inside the box. I forgot to take it out. But you do have a drop down mechanism like that. Like that. You can do the splits as well, which is pretty nice. pretty nice when your kit can do the splits. Everyone loves articulation when it comes to like posing and stuff. But you do have the leg can go up that far, and with the rear skirt all the way out, it can go back that far. So that's pretty neat. Moving down to the oh wait, you do have a swivel on the thigh, reveals more of the shiny gold parts of the inner frame. But yeah, you do have a swivel here. Not very far. It only goes back that far and forward that far. And you do have a joint here behind the leg that folds down. And that allows you for an articulated bend. It is double jointed as well. So you do have a joint here and a joint there. So like up here, you have a joint like up here and like one down there. And it does give a pretty decent knee bend. And it's really good for like kneeling poses as well, with how curved that front knee armor is. These thrusters are also on swivels. You can move them up and down. Not very far though, but you can move them. This is double jointed, by the way, but it's mostly to get the armor out of the way, like that. So double jointed. There is knock the camera, but there is more details in there, as well as the pistons as well. I accidentally snipped the wrong part on this piston, so it doesn't fit well. But this is my first master grade, so I wasn't sure what I was doing. But overall, it's a really great kit. You do have piston detail. This part of the heel can move backwards, revealing more piston detail. It can go up that far, and the ankle can go up that far, and it can go forward that far. So that's really neat. Like that, and like that. And the toe bend can go down that far. It is, I think, double jointed. Yeah, you have a joint inside the foot as well as up here by the ankle. So you can do that. You have a joint here, joint there, and realign that. But there's also this for the ankle armor. And I think that's all for the articulation. Now, moving on to the accessories. If I can put this back on. There we go. So, of course, you do have your hands. You have a holding hand. You do have a holding hand, a widespread hand, like, yeah, and you also have a fist, so you can make a fist as well. And you also have a pilot figure of a second pilot figure for Mikazuki. And you do get the base adapter. I did pull it out. I just didn't know what it looked like at first. But yeah, it does like slide in a certain way, which is pretty neat, so you don't mix it up and stuff. And now moving on to the weapons, we have the mace. Insanely nice mace. And it does have removable sides for like extra weaponry, which is honestly really nice. But you can push that in. I think it goes in for storage, onto the back. I don't know if I'm remembering it correctly, but it does move like in and out like that, and as well as the front up here can extend, so you can recreate that one scene with the Leo, or not. I'm so sorry, not the Leo, the Greys, grunt suits. Yeah, and here is the katana. Obviously I painted the blade to have a silver edge, and you do have some pretty decent detail that you can bring out. I did like do some like weathering marks on these, if you haven't noticed, but that's why they look messy. I tried to do some weathering. I don't know how well it turned out. You also have some pretty decent detail in the handle, and around back where I had that adapter, you can slide that down like just like that, and of course you can have it extend over the shoulder like that, so Barbatos can reach back and grab it. But there's that. And here is the smooth bore gun, which is very, very nice. You have a sliding mechanism here. This is loose, so it's like it's not held on firmly. You can like tilt it back or something, and it will like slide a tiny bit. But I'm not sure how well that shows, but there's a swivel handle here, and the gimmick everyone really likes, or at least I do. You slide this barrel forward, turn it all the way 180, and you slide it back down, as well as more stickers. Actually, I didn't know I had that sticker there. That's actually one of my favorite stickers that I put on it, because it's like hidden, and it's only seen from the outside when this is fully out and active. But you have a sticker on the site as well. But for storage, you extend, fold back 180, and slide it back down. There's a tab mechanism here. You just slide it back in, and that will prevent it from moving around. I like to I don't think you have to, but I like to like move the handle around for some reason when I put it on. And you can put on the smoothbore gun like this, and you don't need an adapter for this actually, but it does slide in to the back like that. And of course the hand, we'll just use the holding hand again. You just put it anywhere on the mace, and move the thumb over, and you can just slide that into the hand like that. I don't recommend picking the kit up while it's holding something, because likely if you end up moving the kit too much, those fingers will fall out, and you will potentially lose the hand or the fingers. You can lose that, so be careful with that. Well, like moving your kit around. But yeah, those are the accessories. And here it is with the high grade. Very, very small. And I did use sand for the camera. So yeah, there is high grade Barbatos and master grade Barbatos together. So of course, high grade Barbatos is around the waist height, which is standard for a lot of master grades and compared to a high grade, but that is the comparison for that. But Yeah, that's my look at the, wait, hold on a second. I want to put it back on the stand. Again, this is the Moon Gundam stand. I think it works pretty well. But I just peg it into the rear. It's probably not it's probably not a good stand for like posing, like up in the air. I just have my kit standing. But yeah, that is my look for the master grade Barbatos that I've had for a while now. But I do recommend this kit. It's really good. Articulation is great. It's a strong kit. The only issues are the parts that can fall out pretty easily over time, but you can easily fix that with like glue or something. But most people probably wouldn't recommend using glue because, well, the inner frame is a very important aspect of this kit. So maybe try not to mess with it too much. But yeah. Anyways, that is my look at the master grade Barbatos. If you like some of the if you like my videos, leave a like and consider subscribing because that will help out the channel greatly. We are pretty close to 650 subscribers, which is the current goal. The next goal after will be 700. So yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.